Okay, I am continuing, as you can see from the light here, basically right after where I ended in the last video, which was I had just completed the first journey step, which is Survivor. So I'm going to go to Survivor Shelter, or Survival Shelter. So I switch the journey step by clicking that button down in the bottom right, and now I'm in this journey. And the first thing it says, unlock the Apprentice Mason knowledge. So since I'm right here, I'm going to go to Knowledge. That's Apprentice Mason, but if you want to see where it is, it's under Construction. And that opens up a few other things. Oh, I forgot. I have a mod called Northern Timber, which only costs 1 point to get, but I'm going to need stairs. I'll stick with traditional roofing. I can't do the roof yet until I'm level 8. Okay. All right, now it says use your hatchet to cut down a tree. All right, I can do that. In fact, all right, I'll do this now. You notice my encumbrance in the UI there. It's down in the lower right. Has gone up to 57% of my available weight carrying capacity. Since I now have a few extra points in my attribute points to spend, I'm going to do that again. Go up to G. I've got 4 points, so I'm going to increase my grit up to 5, in which point it will trigger this, which is tenacity. It increases my armor by 40 and my stamina by 20, but then I'm also going to take those next 2 points and put them in expertise to increase my stamina. So now you see that has dropped down to 42%. Even though I haven't, put anything away or dropped anything. So now the journey step wants me to craft a construction hammer, and I will need to do that, but I am going to use my pick and basically gather as much of this stone that's just lying around here as possible. And when I get to actually starting to build my survival shelter, you'll see I do things a little differently than a lot of people who recommend, you just basically want to start with something super simple. I build something that's going to be what it's going to be until I actually upgrade to a different building material. All right, you see these rocks here? I was talking, there's some stuff that's just environmental. That looks like I should be able to use a pick on it, but I can't. Same with that, but this one I can. So we've only gone up to 68% encumbrance, and I've got like 450 almost pieces of stone. So I'm going to probably clean out this entire island of stone and as much wood, realistically, as I need in this area right here. Because this stretch of the curve is where I'm going to build the beginning of my base. And again, this is probably pretty boring. I'm just walking around. So you see my pick has lost all durability. I can no longer use it, but I can repair it because I have branches and stone, which is what it needs to repair. Durability is a factor for every tool and weapon, armor, everything in the game. It will wear down. I have my server set that building durability is never a factor, but in official servers it is. And you can eventually make or find repair hammers that allows you to basically bring the durability back, as opposed to, one way you can bring the durability back is just replace something that's losing its durability with a brand new piece. Yeah, Croc there may get my aggro if he's aiming at me. I'm up to 87. I'll get a little more wood. that brought me up to 91. These 2 trees will probably bring me pretty close to 100%. And 96. Oh, that's good enough. All right, now I need to craft a construction hammer, which I can do right here in my inventory. Again, this is another one early on. It automatically makes the twine that I need in addition to the wood to make this thing. All right. So I have a construction hammer. It wants me to build a foundation. To do that, you use the construction hammer that's in my 7 slot on my hotbar right now. So, and it automatically brings up the first thing is a foundation piece. Now, just to make sure that, even though I think this is actually the highest point, or one of the highest points on the entire island, I am going to raise this up a little bit by using the shift key and then rotating my mouse wheel forward slightly. It's there. Now I've built a foundation. Now it says build a wall, and I can go right to the wall. I am going to build at least enough of a foundation to give me something to build the walls on. So while you've got here to go into the selection of the different things that you can do with your construction hammer, you hit the F key, and you can see here's all the things that I can build. So here's a regular wall. Here's a wall with a window called a frame. It's pointing at me. The outer wall is pointing at me. I want it the other way. So again, I just rotate my mouse wheel. I've built a wall. It wants me to build a door frame, which I'm going to put right here. Here's the door frame. Now it's pointing in the right direction. There. Use the building piece picker. So if you point at something and push down on your mouse wheel, it now selected that. So I can build more walls. Got one there. Put one there. Put one there. Build a ceiling. So go to F. Here are the ceiling pieces. I built a ceiling. It wants me to build a door. I go to F and I can't build a door. This will not, this is where you start getting things that will not allow you to auto craft the twine. So what I need to do is get out of there, click tab to get into my inventory, and see I can make twine. I'm going to make all of the twine I can make, which is 17, because I don't have a ton of plant fiber left. So now I go back to the F key, and you can see I can make a door now. I have enough wood and twine to make actually 3 doors, but I was going to make a 3-door down joke, but unlock the box maker knowledge. All right, so I'm going to click 7 to put my hammer away. O to knowledge. So there's the box maker right there under survival, but again, you click on survival, and here's box maker, and it shows you, if you go here, it'll show you from this main particular bit of knowledge, you have all of these other things that you can learn. That is from a mod. I forgot to take the LBPR mod out, the lesser building placement restrictions or something like that, or lower building placement restrictions. Anyway, box maker. So I now know how to make a box. So access or place a wooden box. Again, this is made with the construction hammer, so I bring that up. I click F. And boxes, chairs, chests, drawers, tables, things like that are under decorations. The only things I know right now are how to make 2 storage items. Here's the box. Here's a treasure chest, which I don't have the stuff to make. I don't know how I got that. I don't know if that's just default. And from LBPR, I know how to make a statue, which is Altar of Mitra statue. So I want to make a box. I can make 1 with the amount of stuff that I have. Boom. And now it says store something in your box. All right. So I'm going to put the hide. And I've completed my survival shelter. I'm going to put the ironstone, which I'll need later on. I'll put the volatile gland and the aloe seeds. I'm actually going to throw that away. Well, you know what? I'll show you. If I throw this away, just drag it out of here and into the general field that you can see behind me, it is now in a little loot bag down here. I can open up the loot bag and I pick it up again if I want, if I make a mistake, but I don't want that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue building the way I want this built, which means I'm going to bring up my hammer and get rid of pretty much everything I've made, except for the floors. Because this is 3 wide, I want this 7 wide to start, just to start with. Oh, by the way, to get rid of things, if you click the right mouse button, that's the delete. You see the little X there. If I then click left, it will delete that. But I don't want to. So I want more of these foundation pieces, so I click down on my mouse wheel, which selects it. You can see it doesn't really matter because there's no pattern in these that line up very much, but you can rotate the pieces around. So now I'm at 5. And now it's 7 wide. I'm going to do at least 3 deep. And then on either end here, I'm going to select... Oh, I'm almost out of stone. All right. I'm going to select... In fact, I am out of enough stone to do this. I'm going to select these sandstone wedge foundations, but I'll show you that when I got more stone. And I guess the safest place to get stone is going to be right across here. This is narrow enough, or shallow enough, that I can just run right across it and not have to swim. So I'm going to grab as much stone as I can, and I'm probably going to need a little bit more wood, although you go through wood a little less rapidly than you do stone. But I'm going to keep talking through this, but I'm probably going to skip past it, so you're not going to hear anything, and I doubt that I'm going to say anything important as I'm just literally filling up my inventory with rocks. So here's another good, this is obviously environmental stone. This looks like it's almost exactly the same thing, but it is in fact harvestable stone. And you can see I need to repair my pick. And since none of this is probably going to make it in here, I just realized I probably should have turned off my recording and then turned it back on to create 2 separate recordings. Now I'm going to have to clip this when I bring it into my video editor. That was not that bright. But since I'm in the middle of this, I'm not going to stop it. Alright, we've got about 800 plus pieces of stone. We're 82, 83% encumbered. I'm going to get a little bit more wood. to bring me up as close to 100% encumbered as I can without actually hitting it. Alright, and that should put me at a point where I can probably finish out what I'm doing here. Maybe not with the walls, but we'll see. Alright, so I'm going to go back to my construction hammer, which is 7. Hit F. Sandstone wedge foundations. And I'm going to put these there. All right, now I'm going to build some walls at these wedge foundations. It's going to be a solid wall at these sort of bay, not windows, but bay areas, I guess. And then everywhere else, it's going to be windowed walls, except in the middle there is going to be doorways. On front and back. The sides are going to be all walls. Yeah, see, I need to go get more stone. Yep. All right. So, switch over to right tool. And we'll start working up in this direction to get some of that stone. I will grab some more aloe while I'm at it. I will attack these guys, these shalebacks they're called. So I like to call them turtle belucotheriums. In any notification that comes up about what you're doing to these things, they're actually called kappas, which is really weird because they don't look anything at all like a Japanese kappa. See, I'm level 9 here. I'm probably going to tick level 10 just from harvesting all of this stone. And level 10 is interesting. One thing you want to be careful about, that shellback was walking right past me. If I swung this pick and it hit him, it does do damage. It's considered a weapon in that instance. And then it would attack me. So I would have to fight it back. Which again is something that I'm going to be doing pretty quickly because that's how you get hide and the right kind of meat, basically steaks, savory flesh, fairly early on. And actually, through most of it, that's your best way to get, basically the easiest and most reliable food source you can get early on in the game. Attacking these guys. And I'm pretty sure this is a game feature. They will wander closer to you. They'll wander close to the base once I've got the base built. They basically get in the way as much as possible. If I had no base there, they would continue just wandering back and forth here. Once I've got the base there, they're going to start coming over and wandering around it. And that's just, it makes sense. The game wants you to think that you've got these curious creatures around. That's cool. And they probably would be curious. but they also have the potential of creating a bit of a problem. All right, I'm going to get a little more wood now. Again, to round out my encumbrance to as close to, or close to 100%. I don't know if you heard that little scuff sound there, or chuff sound. The hatchlings, the babies, make that noise. While I'm here repairing, I might as well go ahead and repair the pick as well. You see, both my thirst and my hunger are getting really low. Hunger, particularly. So we'll go ahead and eat something. And I was working trees. All right, we'll call that good for the time being. My throat feels dry. Drink. One of the other reasons building down in this area is helpful instead of going up into the desert is you've got all of the water you need literally right outside your door. All right. Go back. Put another doorway here. All right, now I don't have enough plant fiber to actually make any of the sloped roofs that I want for this. So I'm going to have to go grab plant fiber. It's starting to get dark. I don't have a torch yet. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and open up this supply material box. Now you see, it gave me a ton of plant fiber, so I guess I'm good to go. But I'm over encumbered. You see my weight carrying capacity is at 140%. The bar is completely red. So what I'm going to do is put some of this stuff in here. Particularly, I don't need a ton of stone while I'm making roof parts. And I don't need a ton of wood. In fact, I probably need more branches than I have. But we'll see. Boy, I'd really like to have a torch. That's going to take up some branches. Oh well. Alright, so I'm going to bring up this torch, which is only going to last 7 minutes, I think it says. So, torch, so now you can see. And I'm going to go to these sloped thatch roof. So I'm going to put one there, 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 there. All right, now this gets tricky. So I'm going to build with these wedge shapes. Go there, get back up there, there, and there. And you see I've got this weird space here. Now I can use this inverted wedge shape, but it's not going to actually tick to there because it needs more to support it than just these two sides. So what I'm going to need to do is actually put these ceilings up here as ceilings. And now, if I bring this inverted wedge shape, boom, right there. Yeah, I won't do it over here until I've got the these wedges up in place. Oh, it's because I've got it on the wrong side. That's why I wouldn't do it there. Make me wonder if I actually put this on the correct side, if it would do it now that I've got the... No, I do need the wedges in place before I can put that in there. So, wedge, wedge, wedge. And inverted wedge, and inverted out of branches. All right. And which one was it? It was this one. There. Now, why do I want a shelter? Because sandstorms will happen, and sandstorms will kill you. Alright, let's get rid of that. What time is it? It's 3:30 in the morning. The gloaming will start. It'll get bright enough pretty soon. I did hit level 10, so I'm going to go into my attribute points. I've got 3 attribute points to spend. I think I'm going to spend all 3 of them here in expertise. So, tools lose durability half as quickly, and hunger and thirst deplete 33% slower. That's really helpful. But now that this torch is basically toast, I could probably, I guess I can repair it. I don't know yet how to make an actual torch. That's an improvised torch. So let me go to the next journey step. Oh, there we go. This survival kit I do want to open up right away. Oh, it's a survival kit, not a supply material. So if I click on it and open it up, you can see it just dumped a bunch of things in here. Mainly, it gave me this, which is a lasting feast, and that increases your carrying capacity. It says by +0, but that's actually not it. It actually does. It also gave me an aloe extract. This would probably be a good time for me to actually make some weak aloe extracts. In this case, when you click on one, it makes 1 instead of 3 with the rough wraps. So I'm going to go ahead and craft 10. It also, when I opened that, gave me this rawhide bedroll. And I'm going to put that inside my new base so that if and when I die, and I will, I won't just automatically appear way back where I put that initial bedroll. I will appear here in my base. I'm also going to move the box. Now eventually I'll get lights in here, so this will be bright enough. One of the things I'm going to do right now, if I have enough material on me, and I do, is I'm going to build basically a porch. I don't have enough stone to do the other one. Alright, we'll go get a little bit more stone. Or a lot more stone. I also think I used up my last bit of food except for that roasted haunch that I got at the very beginning. So I am going to start the next journey step here for me, which is going to be warrior. And it starts saying it wants me to dodge. I dodge. It wants me to kick. I kick. It wants me to craft a stone club. Which means I'm probably short. Yeah, I'm definitely short on branches. It also wants me to target lock an enemy now. So if I bring up a weapon, in this case, I am going to put the stone club here in 1. If I look at an enemy and click Q, I'm now target locked. Right, now it wants me to perform a heavy attack. And that again is the right mouse button. I'm going to run away. Oh, I can't. There we go. I'm going to turn off the target lock so I can run away. Switch to my daggers. And done. Alright, now I need to put my skinning knife back here. So if I skin him, I'm going to get hide and savory flesh. I'm going to need the savory flesh for later on. I might as well use a shield. Alright. My next journey step here is to craft a shield. I got a shield. I'll put it in a hot slot. So we'll go shield and melee weapon, strength weapon. And where did that shellback go? If I go after him now, this one's going to trigger. But it'll be a good test of the shield. Alright, so let's do heavy attack. Come back here and there. I'm raising my shield. Now, you saw that shield smash is something that the shield does. You can see as it's attacking me and it's doing damage to me, my stamina isn't recovering. Now, those eggs will be useful eventually. But right now, they're just going to go bad if I gather them and put them in my storage box, because I don't know how to make anything that those eggs are used in yet. I don't yet know how to make anything those eggs are used in. Now I'm also going to, assuming I have enough, probably not, but yeah. I'm going to build a similar structure out here, except that's going to go wider and quite a bit more out, because this is where I'm actually going to be putting my workstations, most of my workstations, or workbenches. But let's finish this out, this journey step. So I will put these guys away. It tells me I want to, I suppose I should, I'll show you how the Potion works, you drink it, you discard the bottle, and you've healed. Or you've healed somewhat, depending on how damaged you are. It wants me to craft a stone pike. I probably don't have enough branches for that. I don't. Or stone. Alright. Well, I know I have, because I put them in here, stone. So I just need to get more branches, either go over and gather branches or chop trees. Might as well chop trees. Because when you do get branches out of chopping a tree, you get more than just one. So it's more efficient, even though this is filling up my weight capacity pretty quickly. Alright, let's call that good. So I need to craft a stone pike. I need to apply cripple to an enemy. So I need to... Cripple is a heavy attack using a pole arm, whether it's a spear or a pike. So I killed all of the guys here. I need to go find somebody else. You know what? So there are other shellbacks right up here. Over there, you can just see somebody standing up right where my cursor is. That is a one skull environmental boss, a named, so a tier 4 fighter. Pretty difficult to face, not impossible. And after it attacks the crocodile, that's when you want to do it, because they're, you know what? Here's a good try. Let's see how much. I suck at this. Alright. Switch over to the daggers. Run away. Walk away so I can build up my stamina. And she died of the bleed. Alright. And I get bone arrows. Yay. No armor. Oh well. I'll bring up the skinning knife because I'm going to need the hide. Humans give you a decent amount of hide. The human flesh I won't need until I actually can use it to turn it into blood, which is many, many levels from now. But that completed the journey step for me. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and just swim back over. After... So this gives me these brawler hand wraps, which gives me slightly better armor for my gloves. That's almost meaningless. So if you're swimming, you hit the C key and you can actually dive underwater. You notice I'm holding my breath now that I'm underwater. Well, it's pretty cool. Good swimming. Good swimming animation, I should say. While I'm here, might as well grab some more. Alright, did I actually get any more stone? I did. Alright, so I can go ahead and finish these out, which is what I'll do. I'll throw away the stone. I don't use stone pike at all. I also don't use the stone club. But I will use a bow which I always keep in the one slot, which it appeared right in there. Now, I don't know that I know how. I don't. I haven't learned that, and I don't have enough material to do it anyway, but I'm going to build fences around here so that the shellbacks can't just wander in here. That way I don't have to put a door there. I'm going to build doorways here and fences around here so that, again, I don't have to put a door here. The main reason for building this, like I said, is to keep the sandstorms at bay. If you look on my heads up there, all the way over to the right, there's a house symbol, and right now that's got an 80% underneath it. That means that I won't take any damage. I am 80% protected, which is enough from the sandstorm. If I move a little bit way over here, well, I was 100% there. I'm 100%. So this is where I'm going to end this particular video. We'll move into the next journey step later on, finish building this thing out. So once again, thank you all for joining me. I hope to see you in another video in another week. And in the meantime, have fun and stay safe. Bye-bye.